All right, so we're gonna do some spinal twisting today, getting everything from kind of like the pelvis to the skull twisted out, rotated, folded, stretched. So yeah, you'll want to have a block and a pillow, maybe a strap or something just to when we come into forward folds or when we come into a forward folding twist, you want to be able to maintain the chest being open. So really giving yourself a lot of grace in arm length so that you're not in this position or you're more in this position. It's being really open. Let's get our clock started. Okay. So, yeah. Let's start with a brief meditation, actually. Aligning our spine and starting to get chi flowing. So if you think about like your spine, the very center of the body, we've got two channels in the Chinese medicine atlas, I guess you'll call it. So we got the conception line, the meridian that runs right down the center of the front of the body. And we've got the governing vessel that goes right up through the center of the spine and up through the center of the head. So I want you to imagine those two channels, front and back, and then a pool of water at the top of your head and a pool of water at the bottom of your pelvis. And we're going to just be moving this water through the system. So this water is chi. It's the energy, the life force energy in our bodies. So whatever magical, mystical visual you want to create, whether it's super clear, sparkly water or colored rainbow, whatever, but give it something that really entices your brain so that you can hang on for this meditation. And you're just going to fill up that pool at the top of the head and at the base of the pelvis. And then close the eyes. I'm going to use the breath to move water between the two pools. So as we inhale, we're going to draw water up from that base pool, up the back body, up the governing vessel to fill up this top pond. And then there's a pause at the top of the inhale. And then we exhale and waterfall it down the conception line all the way down into the lower pool. And again, there's a pause. So find your own breath pace here. And you want to have a nice even inhale, exhale. So just finding what breath pace works for you. And you're slowly going to inhale up the back body, governing vessel to the top, pause, exhale down the front body, conception vessel, and pause. So this movement of chi, of prana, life force energy, helps to balance the right and left side of the body. So masculine, feminine, doing, receiving. And it's washing through all 7 of our chakras at the same time. And that softening aspect can be really relaxing through the whole body, that idea of it moving down. So as it moves down, the tissue of the body hangs a little bit more. And as it moves up, we get taller. We find that midline, that strength to stand up a little bit taller. So we're really on that inhale thinking structural from our skeleton. Our spine is getting strong. And then as we exhale, we soften and allow our body, our meat suit, to hang off of us. So just like how we're trying to balance right and left, masculine, feminine, giving, receiving, we're trying to balance the doing, the action, with the softening, with the nourishment. as we move through our practice today, kind of keep this movement meditation going in your body. We'll keep that going and move into butterfly pose. So a wide butterfly, feet are a good distance out in front of you. If you need support under the knees, find some support. If you want a little height under the hips, add a little bit under the hips to assist tipping forward. And then we just start to lengthen the spine forward as far as you can with that nice flat back. And when you can't go any further, melt it down. Head is dropping towards the arches of the feet. And again, we're looking to keep that grace in the chest. Okay, so we're not caging in. We're not coming into this position. We're moving into a space where the chest can be really open as we fold into our belly and allow the head to hang. And you always have the ability to find support under the forehead in the form of a block or a bolster or a pillow, whatever you need. But again, you want to, it's not a restorative pose. So it's not just like, oh, I want to be in this general shape. You want to feel as if you're being challenged, as if your body has the ability to continuously soften a little bit deeper into the pose. So any support that you bring in, just make sure that it is low enough that you're still challenging your body. So coming back into that meditation, drawing up along the spine and dropping down through the front conception vessel. From here, pressing into your hands, then walking the body up. And we're just going to extend the legs out. Again, you might want a little height in under your hips. And you can use a blanket or pillow for that. Feet hip width apart, sitting up nice and tall. Engage the legs, press your thighs down, press your calves down, reach through your heels, peel your toes back, and then start to lengthen the chest towards your big toes. So taking the chest as far forwards as you can. Now here, if you don't easily come to the feet with the hands, find your little hand extenders, your arm extenders, your strap, and place that around the feet. You want to feel as if you can pull the shoulder blades together on your back. And there's this tug of war that's kind of happening. So the hands are pulling back on the feet, and the heart is reaching forward towards the feet. So you've got the push in the chest and the pull in really the shoulder blades, because what is initiating that pull in the arms is the shoulder blades, and that's pushing the heart forward even more. So keep the legs really engaged here. So less yin, more yang, really pressing your thighs down into the floor. Should feel like the hips are pushing into the floor, trying to push you forward. And we're going to hold this like a yin pose. So we're going to hold this for a longer period of time, because I do really want to stretch into the fascia in the back side of the legs. And that takes a little bit of time to let the muscles soften and then really get into the fascial layer. So to ease up, walk the body up. And again, you might need a strap for this around that right foot. You're going to take the left hand either to the foot or to the strap. And the right hand is going to rotate the chest around. So we're really bringing a twist into this position and extending through the right heel. So the heel is reaching away from you, but you're kind of pulling your right hip backwards. And that gives you a little more space to twist into. So if you've got the strap, it might look something like this. And then pressing the thigh down again. So you're trying to create a little more space between the thigh bone and your waistline. And the left waistline rib cage is reaching towards the foot. And then come back to that meditation. You connected to that meditation, to that breath. And again, you can use the strap for this next part. You can stay exactly where you are. There's no need to move into this next part if you don't want to. But what we're going to do is pick that leg up. So again, you might have the strap so that you can have the leg long. Really focusing on dropping that outer hip down and then reaching the right arm back. And if the leg is up, you're going to bring it back down. We're all going to release, turn back towards the feet, and then let the spine round and the head drop and let your feet completely relax. We're going to start to activate the chest again, the upper back. So really drawing the shoulders back, sending the chest forward, and then using the strap or your hand around the left foot. Left hand comes out to the side, and we're opening up the chest to the left, reaching through the heel. We're sectioning the right shoulder back so that we send the right rib cage towards the foot, and we're pulling the left hip back a little bit and really pushing down into the floor with the whole hip leg area. And just notice along your spine where you're feeling the most resistance. And as you are inhaling and bringing that energy up through the spine, pay extra attention to that area of resistance, of tightness. Think about expanding into it. Again, you're welcome to stay right here. You want to take this a little more up in the air. You can take the strap or the foot in the hand, bring that leg up, really press the outer hip down, and then open up through the left arm. So the hand is kind of locking you into internal rotation, but the hip is almost trying to take you into external rotation, dropping the thigh and the hip away from the waistline. And lowering that back down if it's lifted. All together, we'll release and rotate back center, feet hip width apart. Let the head drop, the spine round. Relax the legs. And rolling up. We're gonna take that left leg again and bring the foot to the inner thigh, almost like a tree pose, but I want you to pull the left hip back as well. So our hips are kind of almost like towards a straddle to the left. And then you're going to rotate your chest back towards your right knee, okay? So we're getting a little bit of twist in the spine. And then you're gonna take that chest spine over top of the right leg. So flex the right foot, and you can reach the left hand across for the outer edge of the foot or take the strap. So again, we're looking for some grace in the chest. So if you need that arm extender, use the arm extender. So that you're really, you're kind of sending your heart towards the outside of the right shin. Continue to think about moving the energy between the upper and lower poles. Really think of that left low back as taffy. So it's stretching softly open. And slowly rolling up. extend that left leg forward again, feet hip width, a very yin fold forward, relax the legs, drop the chest and the head. Rolling up. And then pulling the right foot into the left inner thigh. Pull that right hip back. Rotate the chest back towards the left knee. And then you're going to take either the outside of the foot with the hand or grab a strap and loop it around. And we're rotating the heart kind of to the outer edge of the left shin. Feeling that right low back, feel like taffy. It's really soft and stretching. Every breath it releases a little more. Gently unwinding, releasing that right foot out. Coming into another yin forward fold. And rolling up through the spine. Let's do a supported bridge before we do an upper back bend. So grab your block, come down on your back. Give the knees a little hug into the chest. Maybe a rock side to side. And planting the feet on the floor, hip width apart. Press into your heels and lift up. And you can place the block under your hips either on low, medium, or high, whatever feels best in your body. Resting into your feet, lift the hips up, bring that block out, roll down, bring the knees into your chest again, give them a little hug. And then you're gonna roll yourself up. Take that block behind you on its side, its medium side. You want it placed so that when you come back, it's right at your shoulder blades. From here, you can either have the legs out or bent. You're gonna drop the head back, drop the arms out. Option to take the block under the head for support any way that you need to. Letting everything open up. And this might feel like a really great place to take Shavasana. So if you would like to stay here for Shavasana, you're welcome to. If you want to move into a more traditional Shavasana, flat on your back, that might also feel really nice today, just to be completely flat and not supported by anything other than the floor. And you can always change your mind a couple of minutes into it. So either staying where you are or finding a comfortable position for Shavasana. So if you are supported by the blocks, just gently shift to being flat on your back for the last minute or so of our Shavasana. It's allowing the spine to fully realign. Beginning to deepen your breath. Bringing some gentle movements into your fingers and toes. Hands and feet. Ankles and wrists. Elbows, knees. Hips and shoulders. Gently rolling over onto one side. And then pressing yourself up to seated. And back to your breath. Back to that governing vessel, conception vessel, visualization. Bringing your hands together at your heart. Just taking a moment to extend gratitude towards yourself, towards this amazing body. Thank you for being here, playing with me today. Namaste.